So, our first question. Could you please tell us about when and where did you hear about Google Summer of Code?
Yeah, hello everyone. So I first heard about Google Summer of Code in my first year, and from some far off acquaintances, senior acquaintances at Tier 1 college. And at that time, I had no idea that I would be appearing for it. And in my second year, someone from my college just cracked the Google, went into Google Summer of Code. He got accepted in Google Summer of Code, and that is where when I thought that it is something that I can do. So in my second year, I gave my first attempt for applying in Google Summer of Code. Sadly, I was not selected for it, and in my second year, in my third year, recently I attempted it again, and that is where I got selected.
Friends, I hope that you have kept a pen and paper handy to jot down all the key aspects that we will be discussing further. Now, moving on to the next question. Ma'am, how did you kickstart your journey of Google Summer of Code? Right from applying for an organization to getting selected and working for it.
Sure. So just for that, can I present my screen? I'll just take a walk through over the portal and explain it in better.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Yeah.
So firstly, when you are applying for Google Summer of Code, you should be very acquainted with that, as Prathamesh mentioned, that it is an open source program. And you can put it on the Google Summer of Code, and go to the official link of the Google Summer of Code. Here you come towards the page of the Google Summer of Code, and there have been archives from 2016 up to 2021, and that is where you can check for all the organizations. Currently, this year there were 199 organizations selected, and nearly 1,300 students have been accepted for the projects. So it starts right from selecting an organization after out of a huge number of like 200 organizations. You have to find in something that is your cup of tea, and you have to match it with your own skill set. What skills you carry, you need to find the organization of what skills you carry. So you should be having a brief idea about overall organization patterns, overall which organization works in which domain, what is your domain, and where you would be liking to apply. So that is a very brief about what how you can start with. And I would suggest that just don't keep this thing for last moment, because in last moment it will go quite difficult for you to search out of 199 organizations, and it will be quite hectic for in a short period to search for a project, then apply for a proposal. So this is some homework that you should be doing it since before.